Hello everyone and welcome once again to Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Encounter or Action Scenes walkthrough. So this is part 6, guys, and this is the 12 Towers, chapter 10. This is the chapter where we're going to be in Madagascar, fucking around, as you would say. And you can actually do all of these towers that have enemies stealthily. Now I'm just going to go and rush this first tower, and I'm going to stay in the best position that I found, because all the enemies are going to come from this place. See? And it's just ways to fool a little of the AI, as much as you can. If you can take an advantage over the AI, which is really aggressive, you should take it. And the difference between other difficulties and this one is that in this tower there is a sniper, right? The one that I'm trying to kill right now, and nothing else. And in crushing there are 2 rocket launcher dudes, so really dangerous dudes, because if they hit you directly you're going to die. So in this chapter, guys, we're going to have the first major spike of difficulty of crushing, which is the Avery's tower part, which is the final part of this video. So I'm just going to show you the first major problem that you're going to face when playing crushing, because up until this point is fairly easy to mix stealth mechanics with combat. The game is not really prepared to not mix both of them. You know, the game is just prepared to actually well, what am I talking about? The game is prepared for you to mix both stealth and action. It's not really a stealth game, and if you come across all of these scenarios with shooting people and not doing any stealth, you're not gonna be successful either. So you just have to go and mix both styles, as the game suggests you should do. So this chapter, I was thinking, when does crushing difficulty actually starts? You know, because I remember every single time that I played Brutal, I remember when Brutal really started, and it was around the fourth. The third or fourth chapter. It already just pushed you into a wall, and I'm thinking when there's the feeling of the wall in crushing difficulty in Uncharted 4, and I will say that the wall, the first time the wall really hits you is in the last encounter that we're going to see here. In Avery's tower, that's called the place, and it's basically an ambush which you cannot stealth. That's one part why it's a wall of difficulty. But the second part is that crushing is going to throw us 2 heavies with shotguns, and then it's going to throw I think it's going to throw 2 extra heavies, and then 1 with a machine gun, with those not mounted, but those who have the heavy machine gun dudes, and they take really a lot of damage to take down. And it's just an open scenario. Sorry about the cars. An open scenario, an open area where you can get shot from any position. You don't really have an exact place where you stand and you're going to fool everyone, you know. There is just no place that is 100% safe. So you're going to see what I'm going to do, and hopefully I will help you, because there is a level of strategy that you can employ in that area that is really hard. As you can see here, I'm doing nothing of the stealth in this scenario. I just wanted to show you action, you know, that's what you want to do. And I'm going to do a stealth too, so. And yeah, there is some level of strategy, but most of it just keep moving. But I'm going to talk about it more when we reach it. You know, this is a great place, by the way, to be behind this rock. And I'm trying to do the wall cover, as you can see, trying to see if it works at some point in the game, but I had no luck. And look at that grenade. That grenade not only landed on top of me, but it landed from, like, someone threw it like right from over there, and it went through the rock, not through, but I mean it went it arced over the rock and landed right on top of me. That's really fucking amazing. Like, what an amazing arm that these guys have, and accuracy. So imagine Brutal, right? Imagine if you saw Brutal ever, imagine Brutal trying to work in this game where I'm getting constantly shot at, and imagine that you are dead like within 1 or 2 shots, like in Brutal difficulty. This will never work. Brutal will never work with this game. It will never work, guys. I'm almost convinced that we are never going to see Brutal here, because it will mean that they will have to change the mechanics of the game. Like I read the other day Big Benedict's Twitter saying, okay, maybe Brutal in PlayStation 5 in the remaster in 60 FPS, you know, but no, really no. They will have to rework the way the engine works to be able to include a Brutal that is like possible. It will be impossible to finish. Literally impossible to finish. Like the convoy set piece that you guys are going to see further into the walkthrough. I get shot in the convoy so much, and that getting shot once or twice is impossible. It's impossible. So yeah, Brutal will never work, will never fucking work. And you see here that I'm actually doing stealth mixed with combat, of course, because at some point I'm gonna get seen. And yes, you can hide in the grass, as you probably know. But if someone is watching, I mean, the only way to hide bodies in the game, there is a hiding body mechanic, but the only way to hide a body is to kill it in the grass. If you kill it outside the grass and other enemies watch the body, they're gonna come closer to the body, and you better not be there. And this guy is conveniently coming towards me. Sometimes you get lucky. I will say one of the, you know, if you're not doing a walkthrough, because the thing is, since I'm doing a walkthrough, I have to be not only present like strategies that actually work, but I also have to be entertaining. I cannot stay in the same place hidden and wait for the AI to come to me, because that will be really boring. And the reason why I'm taking this side of the map, if you haven't guessed, is because there's going to be a truck coming full of enemies, and you're gonna see what happens. It's really funny. But I know the truck is coming, so I'm staying on this side of the map. And yeah, I have to take into account that it has to be fun to watch. It might not be the point, you know, the entertainment, but I have to factor the entertainment within the video, because if I don't, I just stay in one place and watch the AI fumble around until I see an opening, and then I take it. But how long will be the video? right? It's a 50 to an hour video of each encounter, or a major encounter, I mean. But when things go right, you can see that that's the truck coming, and watch what I'm going to do. When things go right, it can be faster. For example, the last section, that is the first spike, Avery's tower, that we're gonna see after this one. No, I think it's after this one. And look at that. That was beautiful. And now the truck is gonna explode and take out an extra soldier for me. That was lucky. Guys, but it was beautiful. So yeah, what I was talking about, Avery's tower. Okay, Avery's tower only took by itself 3 minutes, and it's a major first spike of difficulty. I mean, you're going to die there and probably got stuck like an hour. It's not as bad as the famous water room or the blue room of Uncharted, and see Sam taking out a guy there. That doesn't usually happen, guys. But Sam has total immunity. He cannot be seen. So that's really good for me, because if Sam takes out soldiers, nothing's gonna happen. He cannot be seen. It's kind of like Ellie in Last of Us, you know, that sometimes can walk in the front of some soldier and he just not going to see her. And sometimes a monster grabs her and you have to save her. It's kind of inconsistent, but that doesn't really happen here. There was never an instance when I had to save Sam, or that Sam died and I failed, you know, the chapter. There was never something like that. So, but it wasn't really annoying in Last of Us. It wasn't really a thing that happened usually. It's just something inconsistent that I was never sure how it worked. That Ellie sometimes could walk right in front of a human or a monster and not get seen, and then other times, and I'm not talking about scripted times, I mean other times, random times, then the monster grabbed her and I had to save her. So I just don't know how it worked. It was kinda fucking mysterious to me. But that game is so fucking beautiful, and this game reminds me of Last of Us because it adopted a lot of things from Last of Us, like the stealth system. The stealth system is right from The Last of Us. And I'm trying to kinda remember the pacing of The Last of Us. I think the pacing of The Last of Us is kinda slower, and this game actually adopted the pacing of The Last of Us 2. It's not really that action-packed like Uncharted 1, 2 and 3. And I think that was a detriment ultimately. As I was talking in the other parts, I think adopting the more peaceful pace of the story of The Last of Us, which in The Last of Us was great, but here it just almost doesn't feel like a normal Uncharted. It feels like a different Uncharted. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining myself. It feels like a Last of Us plus Uncharted, you know? Doesn't feel like a pure Uncharted experience. That doesn't mean that it's bad. Once again, I'm not shitting on the game. I really liked it, and I plan to do other stuff with it. I plan to stream it. I did a stream some time ago, and a lot of people show, and when I say a lot of people, I think there was a moment where there was 5 or 6 people, but it was my first ever stream. And Gangsta showed, and Taysin showed, and stayed with me up until the end of the stream almost. And now I'm forgetting. Fox Dragnell showed. He was the first to show. So I really appreciate. I really appreciate the the people who showed on my first stream. I just streamed some Dark Souls Soul Level 1 on NG+. Some random stream to check out some of the technical stability of my internet and stuff like that. And it was really fun, so I'm planning to do it again. I am going to be streaming Uncharted 4 on Crushing, a full walkthrough on the stream. I'm going to be streaming more Dark Souls until we get to NG+6, and I will be streaming Doom on Nightmare difficulty, which is the highest difficulty available. And there will also be a walkthrough of Doom, so if you wanted to see Doom is coming. And something that I just found out about Doom, it has a permadeath difficulty. If you finish the game, I think if you finish on any difficulty, it unlocks Ultra Nightmare. I think that is the name, Ultra Nightmare. And it's the same as Nightmare, but if you die once, you die forever. And I think that's fucking fantastic, because I kinda started doing permadeaths, and I think doing a permadeath of Doom will be really hard, because I imagine that you die really fast if you make mistakes in the game. You know, a first-person shooter is not really something where you can strategize a lot of it. So we'll see. The point is that I'm going to start streaming, and the streaming is going to be not the same as the walkthroughs. See, Sam just walked right over the sniper, and the sniper never saw him. So yeah. So yeah, the stream is going to be other type of stuff, more relaxed, more chilled, but the game's on the hardest difficulty, you know, as always. So hopefully entertaining. And this is the last encounter. This is Avery's tower. Immediately throw a grenade where I throw it there, because two heavies land on that spot and they're gonna take some damage. Basically take the helmets off. See, both of them have the helmet off, and you have to shoot them in the head. So that's the first part that you have to do. Immediately when, see, throw a grenade there, because that guy that I'm shooting right now is another heavy that has a grenade not a grenade launcher, excuse me. Yes, a grenade launcher. That's exactly what I'm trying to say, grenade launcher. So come to this point of the map, kill the shotgun dude, which is really dangerous, which I'm trying to kill, and then go to grab the grenade launcher. You have to go and grab the grenade launcher, guys. It's really important in order to survive. Watch that. I don't know if that hit me directly, but that was really cool that I survived that. So there I killed the grenade launcher. I'm going to grab the grenade launcher if I don't fuck it up like I'm doing right now. This can fail at any time. And now I'm going to take the other heavies and the other shotgun dudes. See? I think I just took out a heavy, and there is another heavy right there. Almost died. See that roll that I did there? That prevented my death. So as you can see, this is the major heavy and the end heavy of this part. And I'm going to try everything. You cannot punch this guy. Don't try to punch him because you will fail. So just move around. You have to get a little lucky. That's the thing. You have to get a little lucky here. So I'm trying to find grenades and weapons. Sam and Sully are not really gonna help. So there we go. I kill it. Yes, I did. Thank you for watching, guys, and take care.